Well, howdy guys. It's that time again. We're gonna do a little live here. It's gonna be pretty quick here. We're gonna go over some basic information um, on how to set it to factory. So when we set these things up in our kits, we set them to a certain setting. So we set our volumes, we set the Vox, and that comes with any of our typical kits. So if you've got just the intercom only or do-it-yourself kit, it comes with the manufacturers, and that usually comes with the Vox up really high. So I'll tell you guys right away. So if you get just the intercom only or the do-it-yourself kit, you want to go up here and hit your Vox button, and then go hold that sucker down. Until it hits the bottom, and then you'll want to go up just one. So that's where we set the box when we're doing any of our typical kits. So if you get like a COMSOL or a do-it-yourself or in-dash, any of our kits that come with the radio and the intercom joined together, you'll already have that set to that point. And where this comes into great play is typically when you guys are trying to problem solve something, and say you just get back from a ride, and I do this sometimes too. We get in from a ride, we're tired, we load it up on the trail, you've been on it really hard, and the Vox is set up pretty high. And the next time you go out to ride, you're usually just sitting there idling, and when you idle, you got the Vox down a little bit lower, and or you want it lower. So sometimes when you get back from or go to your next ride, you'll notice that, hey, this thing's not working properly, but you got to realize that hey, you had it going really hard before, and so your Vox is up a little bit higher. So another setting we do is just on the radio. So when we test these radios, we take the left-hand volume knob and we turn it all the way down, and then we go up about half. So we go up to the half point, and we just go about a 16th over, and that's a great location for the radio for most cases. So that's the other setting that we do straight from the factory when we set these things up. All your headset volumes, again, whatever's lit up is got control of the plus and the minus, remember? So if you've got, headset 2 is lit up, 3, 4, and 1. So when we do this for the first time, I like to set them at 1, and then hit this all the way down until I hit the bottom, and then go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a good location just to start out. Usually people are in a pretty quiet environment when they start these things up for the first time. Most of the time you have to go up a little bit higher on the volume, and then I'll do that for 2, 3, 4. And so the Vox setting, you want it up just 1 from the bottom. And remember, minus Vox means easier to open the mic, less decibels to open the mic. The higher the plus on the Vox, the harder it is to open up the mic. And so that's kind of the basic settings that we've got this got the comm set in just out of the box. If you've got the do-it-yourself kit or the intercom only, we don't set those settings. So the manufacturer usually has that Vox up pretty high, so you'll have to do that manually. But if you get like the COMSOL, in-dash, we've got that already set from factory. And those are some common pitfalls that we see. Again, the Vox setting is very important to make sure that that thing's down if it's cutting your words out, or you just get back from a big ride or something like that. So anyway, I'll pause right there and see if there's any other questions about some basic settings. I forgot to say that Dustin's out traveling this time. He's out going enjoying the mountains. I'm a little jealous. My goal this rest of this week is to make sure I don't burn down the shop. So, and I'll call that a win if we do that. So. Anyway, I'm just looking over the chat, and I'm not seeing much going on, but that's kind of the one I had. I didn't have a lot this time, but next week we will be doing a really nice one. We're going to have a guest star from Idaho Department of Recreations. It's actually one that trains trains people on basic writing, and he trained my kids, and I actually took the class too. And you end up getting a card, and I might have the card with me. Let me just see if it's in my. It might be in the other razor. Let me check. Up, it's in my other. It's in my other machine. But anyway, when you get out of the class, you get a little card, and it says that you're trained, and then it allows people that are under 16 that don't have a driver's license to legally go in the forest roads and the BLM land. And he's really good to. His name is Rich, and he was really good to teach him. And he actually had like a little flip book, and he went through and taught the basic principles. And he taught things like if you get on top of a hill, which side do you mount off to the four-wheeler, how to cross a log, how to cross obstacles, who's got the right of way coming up and down a mountain. If you guys meet, if somebody's coming down and someone's coming up, who's got the right of way? Who needs to move over and stop while the other person proceeds? It's very good information. I'm really excited to have him on for next week. So anyway, I'll pause there again. I'm not seeing anybody in the chat right now. So with that said, I will not drag this out any longer than I have to, but yeah, the basics of setting these things up from factory is it can be frustrating at times. But if you know those basic simple principles of bringing the Vox down and setting your volumes, it always helps, because sometimes you get kids in there and they're playing with the buttons and they're turning the knobs. That's where we set things. So. With that, I'll go ahead and sign off, and I appreciate you guys coming in, and we'll see you up. Oh, thanks, Brian. He just said thanks for good information. So I appreciate that. So anyway, well, tune in next week. We got that guest, and it'll be a really good one. I think Dustin and I will both be there, and I might even have one of my kids in there to talk about how they enjoyed the class as well. So I'll finish off and end right there. Oh, Sam. Yep, thanks, Sam. It's good to see you on the chat. So, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, guys.